This is outdated, and welcome back to the next first look video. Today I am looking at Ikhon for Mork Borg. So first off, let's talk about what Ikhon is physically. Now I'm looking at a little box here, and by little, how little do I mean? Let's look at a standard RPG book. There's its size. Now, you've seen me look at digest size books, so let's take a look at those in comparison. We use the index card RPG, and still considerably smaller. So now, what about Mork Borg itself? I was really hoping this box would be the size to hold some of the other zines I have for Mork Borg, but here's Mork Borg's actual size and Ikhon. So, if you're hoping that you can fit your zines in here, you're definitely not going to. But it's a small quibble for what we get here. So let me get these out of the way. And let's go ahead and take a look at the back of this bad boy. If I can get my glasses to come free. There we go. Ancient god vessels of cursed skin and soot black wood, as rare and as valuable as they are blasphemous. The oldest Galgan-Beckian priestesses claim Necrobil's left hand carved the icons with a knife. Press and earth-shattering hammer strikes. Stories, myths, and promises of harbored gifts and curses are carved into rocks and monoliths dotting the dying earth. And my dog's barking again. He barks at everything, this guy. The two-headed basilisks detest them, according to church belief. Wielding the powers to unfetter the profane, profound bound within is a serious desecration. Crows are sent hunting for heretics. They find the icons. They tattle and tell. Ikhon wielders burn. And I love for misuse with Mork Borg. That's awesome. So, let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at this thing. But first thing, I would like to grab something to help me with this. I've grabbed some dice because I kind of know what's in here and I want to only show you bits and pieces. So let's go ahead and get this thing open. I think I'd already started popping the film right there. There was what it was. There, got it. Let's take the shrink off. Alright. First off, the box itself has a interesting texture. It's, I don't know if you can hear that. In comparison to, I'm rubbing the Mork Borg book, Tales from the Loop book. Very coarse. It's interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and open it. Oh, for profane, profound, age-old and nigh-forgotten folk gods shackled within. When wielded, pick a random tract or roll a d4 to determine which is summoned. Roll a d8 determining their response, +1 for every willing human sacrifice. Those sacrificed must agree to be slain. You may also add +1 for each significant body part severed from the wielder of the icon. The modifier can never exceed +3. Omens cannot be used to change this roll. You cannot request aid again until the effect concludes. Some effects are instantaneous. Okay, dark much? So we have 4 books here. Right? This book is... this box is not of the highest quality. It's basically just to hold these little things. It's for its size, it's actually pretty good, but it's not like the, the other Free League boxes that you could use to, beat somebody up. It's nothing like that. Alright. So we have 4 books here with no cover. We don't know who's in which one. So let's take their advice. Let's roll a d4 to see which book. 1, 2, 3, or 4. 4. Okay, it's going to be you. And I know there's different options, like different things you can get to. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll a d10, and we're just going to look at what's in here. First off, who do we have? The Silk Fiend. Oh, God, of course I picked frickin' Spider. In myths and hearsay, carved on rock and slab, it's alleged Necrubal, in a fit of itching frenzy, shredded his skin and organs, scattering his severed limbs across the world. Through ritual or misery, these parts attained unholy life, sprouting detestable limbs, crawling into penetralia. The Silk Fiend, still penetrated in whispers, is known to be part of Necrubal's aberrant right arm. And so that's what it looks like. God. Okay. And so I think you roll 1d10 to... Yeah, you do. So let's see what we get here. So you progress through these, and I rolled a 9. Good God. Okay, I'm way up there. Let's see what 9 says. The beast's tunnels and pits perforate the earth, vast and uncountable burrows networked through dirt and stone. Whenever desired, all nearby roll a d6. On a 5 or 6, they fall to their deaths. Dang. Okay, let's do one more from this book, and then we'll look at another one. 5. The Silk Fiend stalks your vision's shadowed corners for d4 days, creeping, waiting, ravenous. Once someone utters, "I," she devours the egocentric fool immediately. Okay, that was interesting. Let's take a look at another one. We only have 3 left, so 1, 2 will be the one on top, 3, 4 will be the middle one, and 5, 6 will be the bottom one. Bottom one again. Alright, what do we have this time? The Old Dead. Said to be the very first to die, the Old Dead is neither the dead land's ruler nor subject, but rather a residing jester. Thoroughly enjoying her state, she beguiles the living, and the dying, and the deceased. Legend contends she even roused Necrubal's laughter once. That image is pretty neat. Okay, now let's go ahead and do a couple of these. 1d10s. 4. She snaps her antediluvian fingers for d8 rounds, each dry click sundering a random item, including armor and weapons, each round. Ow. Okay, and 8. The Old Dead produces dice. No way. Which rattle in a poised alabaster hand. Roll d12 and d20. If the d20 is greater than the d12, a random PC drains of all color, becoming fully transparent for an hour. If the d12 is greatest, all are unnaturally fattened by the Old Dead's larder and require no food for a week, but overcome with crushing ennui and sanguine agitation, must drink themselves into a stupor nightly. Okay, interesting. Alright, we're going to do 1 through 5, the one on top, 6 through 10, the one on bottom. 4, 4, it is the one on top. Well, there we go. Ooh, the Bilk Herd. The Bilk Herd? Okay. I'm trying to figure out, what is that? Eriled to the simple fields of the mundane. Fried? Whatever that is. Dying realm. Too generous and kind to the insignificant and mortal. Far too often. Presently vindictive and cruel. His misguided revenge sometimes punishes his flock. Death and gifts go hand in hand. Okay, let's see. We'll do 2 of them. Number 7. The herder's wisdom manages a steady flock. His unerring command over the tractable herd is invested in those bidding for his attention. His indistinct bond provides all witnesses, +3 to presence, until one passes away. Ooh, interesting. And that was my first roll with this. I'm just going to look at the second one. 8. That's convenient. The herder offers a handful of green shoots to be eaten from his hoary palm. His gracious offering heals D6 hit points to all who graze from his hand. Wow. Okay, neat. And we got one left. Let's take a look at it. The Becklure. That's a cool name. And that is a creepy image, okay? As if there's anything in these that aren't. But either way, a beckoning, pitiless force of nature. An apparition of the drowned, residing in the age-old waters between the real and dreams. The Becklure feeds on the misery and suffering of those it lures into the water, and cannot survive without feeding the rivers and brooks. Becklure sounds like it's in Klingon, but let's go ahead and see. Do 2 of these. Number 10. 10 plus. Cylinders of ropey, voracious water, like turgid snakes, spring forth, entangling D2 creatures less than 10 feet tall. Their grasp is inescapable as they mercilessly drown the pleading restrained. And let's look at another one. That's 10 again. That doesn't count. 2. Way back at the beginning. Reflections of ancient, broken mirrors, like burnt pages on the breeze, offering tantalizing peeks into the unbridled, stolen beauty of eternity snatched by cruel fates. Test presence DR14, shattering this illusion, or be struck dumbfounded, ensorcelled until death. Okay, so we've got the Becklure, right? We have, what is this, the Old Dead? No, the Bilk Herd. We have, this is the Old Dead. The Old Dead. And we have, God, the Silk Fiend Spider. Stay there. All right. And we have this neat little box. Love the feeling of it. It is not super sturdy, but you're not going to be messing with this that awful much, honestly. I mean, like, if one of your characters does it and gets, I mean, like, you're going to use one of these books. So, that is the complete package. And I'm looking forward to putting this on the shelf and possibly using it when I get around to playing more Mork Borg, which I will definitely be doing, because it is, I'm actually going to probably use the solitary defilement rules and play it in, you know, like solo too, because it is such a quick and easy thing to do. Okay, so this has been Ikhon in our first look. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I hope you will return next time, and I'm about to set up for another first look of another book I have here. So I will see you in the next episode. Peace.